Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. And what we have here is arguably one of the strangest things I've ever had in this series. We have the Hellfire Babybel crossover with Stranger Things, a cheese alternative. Fiery hot. I don't know. Stranger Things has just become a kind of like the Hot Ones, has just become a marketing machine monolith now. And it's interesting to me that there's such a, the show itself is a throwback to ideally to the 80s. I mean, it gets some of that right, it gets some of that wrong. But the idea that they keep, and maybe it's the Hellfire angle or something, I don't know. But I watched the first 4 seasons. I don't know that I'm going to be watching season 5 ever, and for a variety of reasons. And I don't. It's just interesting to me that they have this many crossovers into the hot and spicy chili head world. So I just don't know where that is coming from. So I don't know what's in vegan cheese. I don't know if I've ever had it. I expect fats, so oils and stuff. So we have jalapeno, we have natural flavors, some maybe extract. We have bell pepper powder, cayenne powder, citric acid. Not a lot of those. So it's mainly water, potato starch, oil, and tricalcium citrate, whatever that is. I don't know if I've ever had vegan cheese. And if I have, it wasn't memorable, I guess, enough for me to have it in front of my, whoa, look at this. Okay, hold on, okay, so here we have the, whatever that thing is, the monster, I guess, the Gorgon. We have here a, looks like a flail. We've got, we have a sword that's a pepper. That's cute. We have the Hellfire Club. So is the Hellfire Club, is that the whole thing? Maybe that's the whole thing. Yeah, Hellfire Club dice again here. And we have another Hellfire Club. So we have 2 of those. Let's open up this one. This one is the sword. The sword one. Oh man, can I even open this? I've had Babybel a number of times. And I think their cheeses are okay. They come in this delightful wax. I think it's a paraffin wax, possibly. Red or yellow or what have you. This one's green because there's no actual dairy product in it. And we're just going to take a look at it. I don't know. I saw this somewhere. I didn't know this product even existed. I looked up for it kind of randomly in the grocery store and was sort of surprised when I found it. So it already does not look like cheese at all. It smells really bizarre. I doubt it melts like cheese either. So this is, I might just do the one. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully it's just kind of a big question mark for me, I guess. I'll just put it that way. We'll leave it for that for now. But Well, I guess let's give it a go. It tastes the consistency, the texture of this is horrible. It tastes like a really dry kind of cracker. I guess if that makes any sense, sort of like a vegetable cracker. Uh, it's a very pasty texture. It also almost kind of reminds me of like a peanut butter. The flavor is definitely one of the strangest things I've ever had. No pun. There's a slight bit of creaminess to it. I guess my big question with this is why? Like, who's clamoring for this? Why is it vegan? Why are you, at least a somewhat prominent, well-known cheesemaker, making a very specifically non-cheese product? It just so this reminds me a lot of other vegan products I've had, where they try to simulate non-vegan foods, and it just seems really odd. It's not bad. It's just strange. It's just weird. Flavor-wise, I would say it's more towards the sort of powdered cayenne. It almost reminds me, there's a candy that, I don't know what it's called, but sometimes they'll have like a peanut butter filling. And look at the way my teeth marks are on there. That reminds me of that sort of confectionery thing. Well, I can't see these are good. I can't say I would ever get them again. Um, there's no substitute for cheese. I don't know that I really like these. Where are these out of? Product of, where is it? France. A whole bunch of French ancestors are crying right now, I imagine. We'll maybe have another one. There's precious little heat here. So fiery hot is more fiery not. So the vegan cheeses I have seen, when I've seen people try to melt them, they tend to separate. And you get this oily gunk. If you've ever tasted a dry pepper powder, that is really kind of where these are at. There's just not that much of it in there. So, I guess I'll give these a default 1 for heat. And I guess I'll choke down the rest of these at some later point. That's about all I can muster myself to do today. So, I knew they were going to be weird. I knew they were going to be oddities. They were, in some respects, better than I expected. But in a lot of respects, I ultimately thought it was going to be something I probably wouldn't enjoy. And I was not off the mark, even slightly with that. I just don't understand. This is another product that I don't understand why. Like, what's the point? Why do this? Why? What would ever cause you to think this is something you should put out? I mean, Stranger Things, I feel like the heyday for Stranger Things was probably seasons 2 and 3. Maybe 1 going into 2 and 2 going into 3. I think since 3, they've killed their own momentum. So, I mean, their pizzas from Palermo, like, their pizzas are okay. There's nothing wrong with them. They're not, to me, priced appropriately. I think they're a bit high for what they are, but they're fine. I've had some of them in other videos on the channel. I had the Totino's pizza things. That actually makes sense. That's a crossover that makes sense. The hot sauces that they've had, I think I did one of those, and I didn't find that especially enjoyable. I honestly think they kind of killed their own cool, and I think it's directly because of Netflix. Netflix as a service is 100% in the throes of a concept called enshittification. And nowhere is that more prevalent, I guess, than they're a great example of it. So, I mean, Stranger Things as a property, you know, the last season I watched, season 4, there were some of the episodes that you could fit 4 or 5 episodes from the earlier season into one of those. And they weren't, to me, I was like, you don't need this much time to tell this story. Like, you're just padding it at this point. So, and then this, the marketing juggernaut. I don't know if, like, I had to search for these. I had to look around for these, and there was no attention at all. No advertising or anything like else to draw you to these. If you didn't know that these existed prior to going into the store, I don't know that you would ever find them. I don't know that you would discover them. And are Stranger Things fans going to go, oh, I want to eat some vegan cheese, fake cheese discs, just because we've got the Stranger Things slapped on it? I don't know. Even if I was a fan of the show, I don't think that would be the case for me. In fact, if I wasn't doing this series, there is next to no chance I would have got these. But, I mean, you can say that for, I said it before, you can say that for a lot of stuff in this series. But definitely this is, I guess, some coverage I never expected to have. And I think there's probably some other videos out there on it. But I was like, well, I do other cheeses. I guess I might as well do a fake vegan cheese. I certainly don't do a lot of that kind of stuff. And, you know, we keep an open mind here in this series. But you're not going to win them all. And case in point right here. So the flavor is not the worst thing ever. wasn't sure what it was going to be like. Texture is dreadful. The texture is actually the least enjoyable part of that, of these products, of these wheels to me. And heat-wise, like I said, I'll give it a default 1, but I'm being generous there as well. There's very, very little heat to these. Not something that I would ever... I mean, I'll probably eat the rest of these, but I'm certainly not ever going to be inclined to subject myself to this again. And we'll leave it right there. So that was the Babybel crossover with Stranger Things Hellfire cheese alternative discs. Fiery hot. Yep. Now go forward in peace to serve the flame.